In this video, I'll be discussing the impact of LinkedIn and other social media accounts or publicly available resources on your TN visa application. My name is Jeremy Richards, and I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer with the law offices of Richards and Jurusik, where we dedicate our practice solely to U.S. immigration law. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the like button, hit the notifications button so when new videos come out, you will know when they're released. Also share with the others out there that you think will find this information and content helpful. Down below in our videos, we include links to additional resources and information that we also think might be helpful to you for this topic and for U.S. immigration law in general. Now to the question at hand. How does your LinkedIn profile or other social media, websites, or publicly available information on the internet impact your TN visa application? When an officer is reviewing your application, whether it's a CBP officer or a USCIS officer, they have access to all publicly available information when they're making their determination. And if they find information that's conflicting, that's derogatory, or causes them to question your qualifications or the position in general that you're applying for, that can impact their decision, either positively or negatively. For example, if you're applying for a TN visa as a management consultant and your position is listed as CEO on your LinkedIn profile, that contradicts the application. You cannot be a CEO of a company and a management consultant at the same time. Management consultants are not CEOs and CEOs are not management consultants. That's an obvious reason for an officer to identify and deny your application. So your LinkedIn profile, what is available on there, is very important. It doesn't mean that because you've been a CEO in the past that you can't be a management consultant going forward. What it means, however, is that whatever profession that you're applying under, make sure everything is consistent. If there is a past position, then be prepared to explain why this information is different. Also, company websites. If you are applying for a TN visa to go work for a company, yet you're already listed on that company as a computer programmer, for example, but you don't have a TN visa, well, why are you already listed as an employee of the company if you don't even have work authorization yet? That could also be derogatory and have a negative impact on your application. Press releases. If a company were to put out a press release, and sometimes individuals do this for themselves, they write information and post it on the internet, that information can be tied back to you through your name, through your title, through the company you're working for, however an officer might be able to find that information. And if that information conflicts with what you're telling them, what's contained in your visa application, that can also be used against you. So make sure that you are aware of all publicly available information about you, about your company, before you apply for a TN visa application. If there is information out there that is inconsistent, you'll need to be prepared to discuss that with an officer if they do bring it up. The best case scenario is to make sure that it is all consistent. Make any necessary corrections before you apply for an application, and be prepared to explain to an officer if this does come up. Also, resumes. Resumes can also include information that could be inconsistent with an application. So make sure all of your application materials that you have in your TN visa application, as well as any publicly available information on the internet, is consistent. And if it's not, be prepared to explain why it isn't. If you have any other questions about TN visa applications or U.S. immigration law in general, we'd be glad to help out. We only practice U.S. immigration law and are available to address most U.S. immigration related questions. Shoot us an email, give us a phone call, go to our website where you'll be able to find resources and other information that's available to answer your questions about U.S. immigration law. Thank you for watching and have a great day.